Welcome back. Here we are looking for the, what is it, Conviction versus...
Conviction versus Turtus.pro.
New here. New
Yeah.
here.
Welcome, Margod, also from Thinkers. Same team as Xeon. Team that is having a good day. You know, you get to sit nice and comfortable. Look at that pool A.
I feel
You
it's
survived.
warm. The seat's warm.
You're
it was
done.
ready for me.
It's like you're 3-1, but honestly, like the record doesn't even matter.
No.
You survived.
We did survive.
Exactly. So you're sitting nice and comfortable. Xeon's sitting nice and comfortable. All your teammates, you know, you get to go back to the hotel tonight.
Well, we
have a bubble bath.
We earned the picture to lay on. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? So
yeah. But yeah, now we're getting more into the Pool C side of things, which I think we started the stream off with, but now we're getting back. And who do we got? We got Conviction and Turtus.pro, both teams that have been on the stream earlier. This is kind of around the same time that I was getting my my clipboard writings going. So what can I say about Turtus.pro? I can say that they beat Dust 2 Enjoyers on Mirage 13 to... Is that 1?
13-1.
Yeah. I kind of wrote it like 11, but
I saw the standings. It was 13-1.
Yeah. And, you know, we had Lie looking like a top fragger, Kasubi, kind of their entry fragger. Rue kind of was looking unorthodox. And then for Conviction side, they beat Lurky's FOMO on stream 13-11, kind of a close one. And if I can remember anything about it, I kind of thought that Colsey was kind of leading the charge. So, but I didn't have anything written down, and that's on me.
Here we go into the pistol round. It looks like the CTs are going to be starting a 3B here.
Yeah, we're on Ancient. This is, you know, that classic first new Valve-made map in forever since Overpass. And,
first early round conflict up here in Cave, looks like.
You know, a lot of players either swear by this map or really hate it.
Listen,
it's not proven.
I'm gonna use one of my bad words here, but in ours we have like our little maps and everything like that where it shows our strats, and right next to Ancient is fuck you. So
nothing else. Just I don't want to play this shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Monster's getting blown up by the Turtus.pro members. Roulette taking a lot of damage. Could be taken down easily with some Glock shots. Lay still gets to live. And Jakey, full blind, just going to have to try and matrix that out, but he's not the one. Yeah, and Lat Zera taken down as well. Colsey's got a one-man it, and I think Colsey has a shot. Colsey is kind of a freak.
A freak?
Yeah. Ooh, has the smoke on the first round.
Here. I don't think it's going to be covering.
Yeah, and if it is covering, then it's like you're only going to be able to hit it from one angle.
Oh, he gets one more. 1v1 situation here.
Wait, no way, no way, no way.
No time.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He's got a kit.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope, figured that was going to happen.
But yeah, Colsey did look good there. Yeah. Colsey did look like he could bring it back. I think the smoke, it was just like maybe, you know, body blocked by some displacement, and that's what you got to live with.
A lot of people don't talk about how important it is on this map because, you know, one smoke can pretty much end a round. It's a lot like Nuke in the fact where you can kind of go anywhere with one smoke. So the T's have so much util to waste, especially on a round like this. So it's good for them to have taken 4 down so that they wasted a little bit of money on their side.
Yeah.
You know, seeing it now, it looks like it's going to be early mid aggression. What is that, 5? That's all 5. Yeah.
The quiet play from mid.
Yeah.
Let's hope they guess right. It looks like they haven't.
Here comes a flash from Helio.
We got one.
That's a fake. Okay.
One player.
Oh boy, this is. Oh,
yeah, Diabetic's trying to maybe consider going the right way. I mean, the right way. It's like, you know, he's still probably gonna get lit up.
Helio's being chased by a slow snake right now.
4v1. What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
And then Diabetic's got his back to everybody else.
Well, they think B is clear because Helio went through the site.
Could they? Is this like? This is stressful.
Oh well, D1 falls.
Oh,
so they're just gonna run A. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the right call.
Well, 4's the retake here. Let's see if they can catch this player out in house. Good position.
Should have this easily spray. Nice
he wasn't expecting the other player.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like those footsteps were heard though before the swing.
You always got to wonder because like a lot of people, you know, especially on a round like this, you should know that those players are grouped together, especially on a save and right after pistol round. But sometimes there are those like one-offs. Like they probably expected Diabetic to be with his team.
Yeah.
But you know, so it's easy for them to, I guess, get into this routine of not checking for the second.
Yeah, they just take that pretty quickly. No surprise, you know, it's the buy round.
Yep.
But again, this has not been super one-sided. I feel like you've seen a fair deal of pulse from Conviction, and it's just a matter of them to find their bearings, get the equipment loaded up, and we'll start seeing a lot more fair trades. Or at least in
Opting
theory.
for about a mid smoke here. Let's see what they do. Are they sending 2? Yeah, so it's a 2-2-1 setup. Okay, flash is coming out. Oh,
Ooh, taken down by
dropped
D1
close
in
line
mid.
by D1.
And I'm going to go back
Pop a nade.
into my hole.
Yep.
Nobody's going to follow me.
Do some nade damage there on bottom mid. That's good damage.
Monster's looking to try and deny somebody going through donut.
Gets the early info there in round 2.
We still call that donut?
Yeah, yeah,
Alright, cool.
yeah, donut. I don't know what else people would call it. I'd hope they wouldn't call it anything else.
Yeah. You say donut, it kind of reminds me of Mario Kart 64 battle mode maps.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They got the one that
like
just
the
looked
ones
like a
that
donut.
you're like doing 7 laps instead of like 3.
No, the battle mode maps where it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
have the balloons and you got to hit each other with the
and
goop shells.
your balloons are your lives.
Yeah.
That was on the DS, wasn't it?
Well, it was on all of them. Mario Kart 8, when it first came out, the battle mode was you can play on the normal tracks and nobody liked that. And then Deluxe came out and they re-added, so I'm including some classics.
Okay.
Very important info to have for the Counter-Strike tournament stream. I'm sorry I brought this up. Honestly, it's been kind of slow right now, so perfect gap to fill.
Well, yeah, good. You got to have some filler information in there.
Yeah, Monster's looking to take down Rue. Who's going to be the first to make the wrong step? I think it might be Monster.
They're both not really wanting to challenge this angle. I think they have a good idea that both of them are there.
Yeah. Lie saying screw it, might as well just go for it. Monster does get the kill on that engagement.
That was some good foresight.
Playing with the worst weapon, you gotta appreciate it.
I don't know if that's a worse weapon, especially in this meta.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty fast paced, and with the way that the recoil works with jumping on that gun. I mean, I
just assume everybody wants an AK.
I mean, yeah, everybody wants an AK, but when they can't have an AK, you know.
Ooh, board just got exploded.
Yeah.
From the
good little, what is that, a 2-piece, 3-piece?
Jakey got a 3-piece.
Yeah.
It was from Jakey.
Nice little 3K to come back into the site here. Reset them back. Looks like there's 3 of them are going to have a good buy here. We're probably going to see a couple of Galils come out. Oh,
I'm only seeing AKs.
We got a tech.
Well, besides the tech.
Oh, and we got a Mac. Okay, so not opting for a Galil with
dead wrong.
You can't get him right every time.
This is what you get with Margod, okay?
Roll the clip.
Yeah. roll the fucking clip.
Yeah. Just see me storm out of here.
Yeah.
Ooh, fast pace up Cheetah.
That was kind of
still a lot
premeditated.
Of damage.
I like that.
Yeah, but he took a lot of damage.
That's Eric getting
that.
Lit up in the halls. Jakey just needs to hold that angle. Might find something he likes. Might find someone he hates.
I feel like you hate a lot with 11 health inside of Cheetah there right now.
Jakey gets the tap, or yeah, gets the dink, but not enough to kill. Goes through the wall.
Oh my God, that was a quick little 3 down. There was one.
Yeah, Turtus is kind of getting on there.
Yeah, well, it's I mean,
against all odds.
When you take cave, it's really hard to kind of be the B players at that point, especially if you're playing up towards site, because then you're worrying about so many different things. You could always smoke off ramp, but it doesn't really matter if you're trying to trade out the cave players. Obviously, I didn't have a smoke down there, so that didn't help them at all.
Yeah. Yeah, D1 looking like it's like a mid save, like trying to play for these exits, a little pushed up more than usual.
Well, it's so early into the round, I have a feeling that they're probably going to go for the hunt anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, they do have bomb plant down and they're winning the round, but it doesn't look like a lot of them would have enough money to buy afterwards. So
yeah, sometimes closing out like that could just be such a power move of like,
I know where you are.
Exerting dominance.
Yeah. You can't hide from me.
You can't get away from me.
Yep.
And now that you know that for the future rounds, you're going to be pissing yourself scared.
Yeah. Next time, go somewhere different. Mine's always on silent. I don't have this issue. Looks like they're opting for at least door smoke here. Does that mean that the majority? No, the majority is going to go mid. So I'm guessing they're just looking to slow them down there so that they. Oh, and it looks like the door smoke just slightly missed.
This is messy in a way that I like.
It's messy.
The swarm occurs.
That flash.
We get an uneven trade. Leah gets to walk away with her life, but now
there's still three CTs in mid.
3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to comment on situations like this where it's like pretty much all through smoke. You're just like, yep, there's definitely bullets flying from some directions.
Well, if I was them now, I'd expect that the last person would be B because they threw the B door smoke, and there's the guys that were brushing through Cheetah, and they obviously weren't challenged. And you have 4 people in mid. I mean, who's going to hold A?
Yeah. Fortunately for D1, you know, it was already looking B, and you know, could pretty easily suss this out. I mean, definitely now that it's planted. So, yeah, D1.
Looks like he's going to go for it.
We know we got a lot of D1ers in chat, and they're going to want to see how this plays out.
Is he going for exits here? Maybe just info.
I think he wants it.
Yeah, he wants it.
He wants it.
He's going for it. Okay.
He might get it.
He's going to molly CT here. Well,
that should work.
That's pretty good if he gets on the bomb fast enough, though. I mean, he has enough time to go through that molly without being...
Yeah, it was kind of a small edge of it.
Especially the CT molly. That does not
But this doesn't hurt.
No, not at all. Right there.
That doesn't hurt.
Boom.
You like to get that.
Yep.
Literally at like the last possible second.
Yes, exactly. But now for conviction, they have to scrounge together something. So they're sitting 1 and 4, and T's obviously have the eco advantage here. So let's see what they pull out. I see a lot of mid stacks from them, not a whole lot of B stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, speaking of mid stacks, like Conviction's playing strangely aggressive. Oh wow!
Yeah, look,
this is like perfect.
Okay, so they're doing the whole 5 snake thing that they did the last time, but instead they're starting B. So
yeah,
maybe this might garner a different result.
This should be like evil.
Okay, so there's one
Eagles
down.
doing some work.
Okay, doing some damage.
Tag. Latzera's got a lot of work to do. This did not work as well as I thought it might have.
Now the Cheetah player has a lot to worry about coming up ramp. That's a huge headache. Oh, well, looks like he didn't spot him.
If you're looking for headaches, the Desert Eagle is definitely capable of providing.
If you're Nico,
yeah. If you're a different player,
is anybody here Nico?
Always sucks when you're like, maybe I should save, and all you have to save is a pistol.
Well, and in this situation, too, it's extremely hard, because where are you going to go? I mean, you have T's that are taking bottom ramp, and then you have them all over B site. You're not really expected to go anywhere, so you kind of just have to stick here and hope that one makes a mistake.
Yeah, and they have confirmation of where he is, so you know you can pretty much cover like all 2 primary exits and then like all 4 extended exits. Like
yep, and now one's
it's pretty much over for Lat.
Yep, this is unless he pulls it. Oh,
ballsy?
One more.
You're getting some tags. You're getting some damage output. Okay. Yeah, but there's the issue. Is the like alternate angles where you're not even considering.
Rue's gonna take him for the last.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Latzera, was not able to put it back together. And I really feel like, you know, with that CT snake, it was like, damn, they really got the T's figured out with no info. Like the T's aren't doing a slow split. They were kind of going hard into B, and it just fell apart.
They didn't have a whole lot of util to support the initiative there.
Right.
So it's kind of like a moot point, especially if you don't get the first 2 with pistols. At that point, you're just hoping that the third player can do something. When you get the first one, that's always nice, but the next 2 are always going to be a problem. Looks like they have a lurk smoke and a molly going on B here, and there's one slowly lurking up to site. Got Latzera and Jakey.
Going through the smoke, hardcore.
Oh my, they're going to miss each other.
They rub shoulders. And
oh, that's a problem.
I don't know who's going to be caught off guard.
Oh,
Helio
he gets 2.
definitely gets the advantage.
There's the third. Wow,
Jeez.
what a round. I'm pretty sure that's got to be it, right? There's no way that.
Yeah, that's done and dusted. They're not even playing the bomb. Helio was like, gimme!
He's going for it. Oh well, I don't know how smart this was. I feel like you should just go for the 4K.
I think I have something to write down for Helio.
Yeah. Helio, that's one for the highlight reel. It could have been better with the 4K though. No.
Okay, the accolades I wrote down for Helio there: Aggro Bastard and Smoke Monster.
Ah, okay, so we're coming up with coin names now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Smoke Monster, lost.
Yep. All right. The T's are opting for the lurk smoke B quite a bit, but they're showing a lot of mid presence in most of these rounds. But it does, I mean, this being a pistol round, that was a really fast round.
I muted for a second to take a sip of an energy drink, and well, that match happened. That round. I think that might have been the fastest round.
Oh, 100%. There's
on stream. I think I was saying that about
fastest round from start to finish for sure. I wouldn't say the fastest 5 kill time. I would say that there's definitely been faster.
Oh yeah, of course.
Spray downs and meat we call them meat grinders.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean that was definitely fast round from literally grayscale pause to end. So
yeah, Conviction is really just getting torn apart right now.
I just don't. They don't look like they're really in it right now.
And I feel like they, in the matches or in the rounds themselves, they are
They're
keeping it competitive. It's just like
they're organized. They're just not finding a way to finish.
They're getting consistently outfinished.
See, like right there, I feel like you would expect a trade there because you know that there's at least 2 to 3 always starting bottom B doors or at least cheetah area or lane, whatever you call it. And I would hope that as a rifler you would expect a second there, but
yeah,
maybe it's just their reads are off or something, or what's going on here. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's like who's playing what edition of the playbook.
Looks like the T's are going to close in on mid here.
Who's still on 2022? Who's in 2025?
Yeah, who's got the, well, this is 2025. I would hope somebody's not stuck in 2024. That would be a bad time. Colsey looking for an op pick here.
Looking for?
Well,
found one.
I tried to say it early.
Trying and succeeding. That's what we like.
Yeah, right?
That's probably going to be a pretty big kill for the Conviction, and D1 cannot close this one out. It's about to be if D1 can close this one out.
The CT's already here. Let's see what he can do. Okay, gets
Monster again. We saw him in that previous match, and Monster was looking pretty good, looking like one of the ones to beat. Still looking like that's the case.
That's a good pick right
gets
there.
and I really feel like this duo right now.
Yeah, this duo works together really well. It looks like. I mean, the rotates are strong together. They have really good team play. It seems like they kind of know what they're doing. In terms of like where util's being thrown, a lot of the times when you have kind of the shaky duos, somebody will throw a piece of util and it's called, but not everybody's always paying attention.
Yeah.
So
started that round, I was moaning and complaining about Conviction. Where are you at? Conviction showed us where they're at.
Well, they're here.
Yeah,
they're definitely here.
Put it up in Colsey's hands, and
maybe they're just T-side players.
Maybe, could be.
I mean, I've seen a lot of magical things happen on T-side for this map. It's definitely a T-sided map for some people. Depends on who you're playing with. Out fast mid. Ooh, that's a good pick from D1 right there.
Yeah, D1 might be able to keep it up.
He's
kind of
more.
Turning his back a little too much, but that's probably just because he has the other player there with the op.
No, that's some good ring around the rosy right there. You lead him right into your opper and
the anti-bait.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm right here. Yeah. Boom.
Kill me. No, seriously.
Oh, Borb.
Ooh, nice connection.
Nice head right there. Let's see what he can do. Smoke short.
All 3 players coming onto B site.
See, this is what you want to see from the T's, especially.
A lot of damage being sent towards the T side. Monster has taken some himself, but the trade is undeniably good.
Are they gonna? Do they know that he's short now?
That could have been. That would
have been a really bad. Oh, he gets him through the wall there. Oh.
Colsey finally finishes Monster's work.
The definition of overstepping your reach right there.
Man, that must have been super cathartic. Monster, you don't die, and all your assists get capitalized on. Like, sure, you didn't get them yourself, but just like knowing that the job was finished, you have to be like,
well, and from the
thank God.
From the T's perspective, that's what you want to see. I mean, the CTs get the 2 first opening picks, and then they find a site, but they don't necessarily close out on it. And I think it's because they just didn't find that short player earlier. They were more worried about somebody has to be here, but they don't know where. So they can't just go searching everywhere. Otherwise, they're going to meet the 3 other CTs that are walking into CT or coming from ledge or wherever it's going to be. Being too curious, curiosity killed the cat.
Still holding it down in Donut. And it looks like we're going to be seeing an A-site play. I don't know. People are so good at rotating nowadays that it's like, even though they have 3 people outside of, the A connector, doesn't really matter.
No, not at all. The one thing that I noticed from Turtus is they have a really passive B setup on T side. A lot of the times you see players that are mostly willing to smoke off the molly and, really fast push into the cheetah area just for the early info or the picks or whatever, because mid is such an important position on this map, especially for the CTs to have, that if you can deny it in any possible way, that leaves you in a really advantageous position. And so them playing cheetah as passive as I've seen them is really surprising to me, but they find a lot of really good success in mid, so that makes sense.
Looks like Monster's gonna have to be awake for some push going into Donut. T side has successfully gotten into A site, taken one down. Colsey trying to hold it down with the op, not seeing anything in his view. And looks like we're gonna see a big swing, maybe just some counterplay.
He's really antsy to get through that molly.
Yeah, nobody's really giving anybody a good line of sight to get a beat on them.
Yeah.
And Turtus is playing this pretty well.
Oh, well, that flash ain't getting anything.
Hate to see a misfire.
Oh, yeah, well. It happens every once in a while. Helio's in a really strong position here to catch out 2 players on the CT side.
Colts is taken down by Rue.
He's got the read, though, Jakey. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 3v2.
Pretty nice little pendulum.
10-second timer's already down. Can they finish this out? No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Jakey's going to opt for a save. Does he have enough length between him and the bomb site with 19 HP?
Ooh, just enough. Shake it off.
Well, Keisubi had 3, so right, if we're taking down notes here, Keisubi had less health by the time the bomb, you know. A 3-8 half right now.
Yeah.
What I'd really like to see is them get a 4th here and make this a game on their T half.
Yeah. You know, can't speak for if they're T half gods on Ancient quite yet, but it would definitely make things more interesting.
Looks like they used 2 mollies in the same position for that mid take. I don't think that was discussed beforehand.
Kind of wasting the same occupied space.
Yeah. This is a good push if he gets one. Yeah, I'd get out too.
Latzera lucky to walk away with that with no damage.
He's gonna smoke short. This is a spammable position now, so if any of the T's are really
actually gets it.
Yeah,
not even a wall bang. They kind of look like it went through the wall.
I'm pretty sure I just lost all my words that I was going to say when he hit that.
That's the beauty of commentating. Things happen. You gotta ditch it.
You gotta move on with it, right?
Yep.
Good flash. Monster's in a pretty good position here if you can dodge the flash.
Pretty good.
Oh, he expects the trade.
Honestly, I'd consider that a success, especially in the last round.
100%. Yeah.
D1 should just be able to.
Yep. Here we go.
One more.
There we are.
Can I get D1
in the chat?
Looking like the man at the very end there.
Holding down A like a champ.
And yeah. I think that we're gonna get your fantasy. I think we're gonna see Conviction start to really bring it back on Turtus Pro, because they got it on T side. Of course they do. They're the best on T side.
And this isn't
T side Ancient.
The weird thing is there's really no preparation for anything like this. You can't really counter strat players because nobody's scrimming a team from this LAN regularly. So
yeah.
I'm curious to see how differently they play each side. Because like I said, from a Turtus Pro standpoint, they were a very passive cheetah team, whereas these guys seem like they're very eager to get up there and get to mid and take that space from the CTs. But it doesn't look like they're there. They're kind of knocking on the door and nobody's answering. Yeah,
it looks like they're full running too. So I mean, like. Keisubi and Lie should be able to communicate this, and it looks like the rotate's happening, but yeah, they're sacrificing site advantage. We got Lie coming in from behind and gets shut out.
Good
and the kills are flying in. Helio's got to figure this out all by themselves.
Get the bomb plant down in a 3v1 situation. Helio's just kind of going through the motions here. He's got to check everywhere just to make sure he's known for being in that position in house of lurking past them, especially if they're trying to retake from the CT position. But
gets tagged.
That's a smart check.
Yeah. Location confirmed. Got to commit. You just have USP. There's no shame in dying.
Now you just have to be aggressive. There's really no other stance you could take here. So
knows. Yeah, that's good.
Well,
I think they're only gonna jump out if they see him or
I don't know. I don't know if that.
Sorry, not Monster.
I don't know if that diffuse and the check was really warranted because that big box guy is always just going to be there checking.
Yeah.
So,
that was played very well.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
In such a way where the fake narratives that we were creating almost look like a reality.
Well, I was telling you, they might just be T-side players. It happens to everybody sometimes. I'm not necessarily the best T-sided player on this team, on this side or map. Words are hard.
Yeah.
Very aggressive push here. P90 is a very good choice, especially for these close quarter.
When's the last time I've seen a P90 in competitive play?
Oh man, it has to be a long time ago.
This used to be standard.
Yeah, but now the MP9 is kind of everybody's go-to, especially for the CT side players, and the MAC-10 is not as strong, so I can see why he'd opt for a P90 instead.
Yeah, Conviction totally blew that one up. Just
coming back here, got 2 good rounds in, and now they're gonna opt for the Galils here. Seeing a good amount of helmets on the CT side, which is what you want to see on a bonus round, so that way you're not getting one shot by the Galils on the other side.
Yeah, or like a P250.
Yep.
That would be disheartening.
Well, and that's what I was going to say along with the tours. I was saying, like, on T side, one smoke can really end around, just like it would be on Nuke. Galils on this map are super strong because if your eco isn't the greatest, this is such a close quarters map where the Galil is actually really good for taking some engagements like this, especially if they didn't have head armor.
Yeah. Yeah, Rue kind of starting the charge there, getting things going, keeping it defensive, and we're seeing the T side have to start coalescing upon each other. What do we do to get out of the situation?
Kind of a
keep the momentum
textbook
alive?
way to have a bonus round here. So let's see. Really passive setup again on CT. These guys must just be a very passive team. They don't really take it unless they know the info is there for them.
D1 might find something he likes. Rue might be able to counterplay it. It's all a matter of who goes out first. Somebody's got to go out soon. 55 seconds.
It didn't look like he saw him there. The smoke's going to go down and block his vision completely. He's going to spam. Flash on sight.
Orb's able to sneak out, gets the kill, gets another kill, but gets taken out with the frag.
Oh, he saw him there. Yep.
Yeah, now Ladzera cannot really save in this situation. He's
Nope.
kind of stuck inside. He's going to have to fight his way out.
He just has to fight until he sees the white in the eyes, pretty much.
Lie ready for the kill. Ooh, only gets tagged for like 2 damage.
Wow, that's
3 damage.
That's unfortunate right there. You'd really like to see him get tagged for more in that situation.
Yeah, feels unfair. I'd be screaming.
Oh yeah, let's just cross.
Okay.
Let's just cross
Okay.
cave.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, spam back. Wow, really? 43 HP and Cheetah. This looks really reminiscent of another round we've seen earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
A lot of damage given out.
not quite
but
the end we wanted. To.
yeah, damage is not a kill.
No.
It leads to it?
It is like the stepping stone. How far up the steps, though?
Just, yeah. Conviction now, unfortunately, having to save their money just a little bit. Really just in the case of Monster, but, you know, they had the half starting momentum. Kind of looked like they had it figured out, and now we're here.
Well, getting through Cheetah fast is a really, really good positioning
Monster getting tagged.
decision for these guys. He's going to spam, but he's not going to find anything.
Yeah, almost found it.
Close. No cigar. That smoke is definitely not what you want to see.
Just so close.
I don't know if he meant to do that or if he meant to smoke off the left side of Cheetah so he could kind of play an info play there. But it honestly might have helped him out more than hurt him if it was an accident. Because there's 4 Ts on the other side of that smoke. Was.
Just a lot of shuffling. A lot of feeling it out.
The MP9s are dangerous on this map. Conviction seems to... They're really hoping for some mistakes here, but it looks like they're going to cause one of their own.
Yeah.
Just not be aware that the house people
Monster
are...
taken out off screen.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, but Latzera is able to get the return on Helio.
timing.
It's now 4 for 4. And Latzera,
Ooh, that's
if
a good.
you
That's some
sneak
good damage
out there, Latzera might
Yep.
be able to pile it on.
Good shots.
But Kasubi's able to take out Latzera. And
We're back to a
make it 3 for 3.
3v3.
And
That's pretty much a 2v2 now.
yeah, with the
considering
combined HP.
health. Yep.
But having that extra man still helps. Could this
MP9's coming back into a close quarters fight here. This is kind of what you want to see, especially as a CT retaking the site. You want
be Jakey managed to make this happen.
Yep, right there. See?
Of course, it's the one guy who has a lot of HP.
Yep. Oh, he just...
Jeez, that was so unfortunate.
Yeah, that
if those bricks were not in the way. Like, I feel like he still had a good sight line, but I think that just added to the confusion.
Well, now we're going to see another conviction pistol round where they're going to have to scrape some stuff together and kind of find some unfortunate mistakes. But these guys are so patient on CT side, and on T side even, you don't really see a whole lot of them unless it's timing based, where like you see with, who was it over there that was pulling out a name? I think it was Borb? No. Wasn't paying attention to the name. I should have.
It happens. Especially when you're trying to, like, recollect, like,
Usually I'm pretty good at that, but after
Ooh, the full push up from
there we
Conviction,
go.
going through the fire, not really taking too much damage. I guess it was a bad molly.
I feel like this is kind of their bread and butter, and they're kind of losing out on a lot of it because the CTs are they're not really in like a rotating position to punish them. So if they were to play a little bit more fast pace like this, I feel like they'd see a lot more success. But
Interesting flash.
yeah,
Is that the intention to keep it in the door jam? Or?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Bombs down. Conviction's got 4 players. Turtus is saving. Looks pretty good for Conviction's sake. Nice way to, you know, continue making that argument of, you know what, we deserve it.
And this is what I would be doing is at this point you should probably be hunting the rifles because now they can buy for their teammates, whereas you are already secured a buy. It's good to get the rifles through that you've just gotten from their bodies, but unfortunately now they're still going to have to worry about more rifles on the map.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Full buy coming through. You know, I haven't seen a whole lot of ops coming out in these series.
A whole lot of ops?
Yeah.
Opportunities?
Well,
Opposition?
good puns, but I mean the gun.
Oh, op. Op.
Yes.
AWP. My bad.
Sorry, I'm South Dakotan. That might.
No, it's yeah, you're right. I have not seen a lot of ops.
I have
this
not.
set either.
I don't know if it's just a ragtag rifle group this LAN. Or
I think maybe we saw one or two in like the first half.
Well, art. You know, even the teams that we played when we were playing, we didn't see a whole lot of ops.
Is the op going out of style? Is that 5 magazine size too much?
I did see a video like that when this game first released where it was like, opping is not good in this game. And I think it's way better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Colsey finds one.
I know, but unfortunately our manager of who's being spectated did not find it. Just the moment.
Dang nabbit, you're supposed to be our observer.
Sorry.
Oh, this is a good little meat grinder they got going on here.
I don't want to critique somebody who's, you know, doing a solid job.
Yeah, I feel like
one time but that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, listen, this is my first time here, so my critiques are purely based off of my experience right now.
Yeah, getting that kill. It's just Helio. It's just Helio with the AK. Honestly, not a bad position.
No, it's not
a bad position.
Especially with that.
I think D1 is a good player, but I think D1 can be thwarted.
He planted for ramp, it looks like. I'm not seeing the bomb lights on the other side towards CT here, so this could be smart. It could be bad, depending on how Helio reads this round.
This might be for the best to, you know, hit that wall.
We're not seeing a whole lot of flashes going where they're supposed to go.
D1 played that pretty well. I don't think D1 played it well in like I know exactly what I'm doing and I know exactly where they are. I think that some of it was just like good circumstances. Like
that, and he might have heard the flash come out.
Yeah,
he's close enough to maybe hear the pin pull and just kind of be like, oh, well, he's obviously looking to get out and look sight. But
pretty much exactly where he needed to be at all times. And yeah, D1 kind of showing up. Well, not as much as Colsey. Colsey's already at a 20 bomb, and you know,
he's there already, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And 8 and 10 too. That's good stats to go by. But you would really like to see the field a little more even.
Yeah.
On the 5-player aspect.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot.
I've been seeing a lot of even play in like the team stacks, but this is one of the first times where it's been like,
yeah,
here's an out in like the winning side. So here's like the biggest outlier in a team that I see that has a chance to take it.
Yeah.
So
well, for us, you know, in the games that I was playing, I'd start out really, really hot, and then you know, because I'm playing bitch rolls.
Yeah.
I'm letting my team do a lot of the work.
Flash coming in. Helio's that's not a flash.
There was smoke along here. Good dink.
Almost gets it. Yeah. Just the dink. 2 HP left. Anything. I think even like the smallest frag.
Now we're seeing the CTs really scramble to try and get back in here and do any damage they can.
Yeah, they're taking this one on the chin. It's a pistol round.
Yep.
They know what this entails, but God, it'd be nice.
It'd be really nice, you know, especially with Monster and Latzera, and I guess the 3 of them all having such low HP. This could really turn the tides, especially if there was a stray rifle out somewhere, but there's not.
Lie's not able to get a single kill, and the HP pools at the end of it are a little unfortunate to look at. 2, 34, 35.
Yep.
Couldn't get any of them.
Look, we got a game here.
Yeah.
We've got a game.
Conviction's coming back. They're playing with
Turtus.pro.
Oh, Conviction.
Conviction. Oh, what?
Conviction's playing with Conviction.
I'm not used to the puns. I got to get used to them.
Well, this isn't even a pun. That's just a, you know.
Oh, like it's a zinger. It's like a wordplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Light, like level 1 wordplay.
Level 1. Oh, and I used to be.
I'm basically not even playing with the words.
I used to do a lot of music artist stuff, so I should know about the wordplay. But I'm just.
Music artist?
Yeah. Yeah.
Musician?
Yeah.
Songwriting? I don't know.
See, the words have left me.
It's like a music artist sounds like a shirt that Steve Buscemi would wear in 30 Rock.
Yeah.
He has that one that says music band.
Yeah.
How do you do, fellow kids?
This is a good position.
And not able to capitalize
doesn't look
quite
like
there.
Exactly what
And
he
it
wants
has
there.
23 each. Ooh,
Good way to get out
lied.
of that situation.
I lied.
Uses the flash as the decoy.
So he's able to take down Colsey, D1, sole survivor. What is the plan? Gotta stop.
You know, this situation here reminds me of like the Halo Reach, the last mission where it just says survive.
Yeah,
and
objective survive.
Yep.
Yeah, you Noble 6 went down like a. Well, I think one of the books actually retconned that. So.
One of the books retconned it, but I'm pretty sure that's still how the story goes, right? Am I wrong?
In Reach?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but Noble 6 does not have a good day there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he lives.
Yeah. You know who does live? June. He's just like, I'm going to go. And you never hear from him again.
Yeah.
And everybody else, you explicitly are like, oh,
June's the guy that you want to sucker punch when you first meet him.
A little bit, yeah. Man, I like Halo Reach.
I do too. Halo Reach was my favorite Halo.
Were you big into the MCC when that first dropped on Steam?
Yes, actually. I was. My friends and I were huge.
Helio kills D1 for the next round. Continue.
Yes. we're having a side note conversation while the game's going on.
I was so thrilled when they did that, and it was like, and if you pre-order it, you get the music kit for Counter Strike, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
right.
So cute. That's so cute.
See?
I got to do that.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Yeah. So, quick question. I guess I'm again my first time here. So, is playoffs tomorrow? Is that all streamed?
Production? Is playoffs all on stream? Like every match? I gotta imagine they would be.
I feel like they would, but
Yeah.
you never know.
Also, I don't know if they're doing like 2 out of 3 the whole way, or like 1 out of 1 and then 2 out of 3 for grand finals. Whatever. Rue getting the first opening kill pretty easily.
You see that VRS, they're going back to BO5, I think.
Interesting.
At least it was a rumor. I don't know if it's.
Well, I mean, if we're MR24 now, I feel like you
probably would just because of how short the games are.
Yeah. They're like, we actually miss tournaments being long as hell.
Yeah. Well, I just remember how it was such a big hell when it was MR16 or MR15, and you were they would do best of 5s, and it was just the longest experience of players' lives.
Yeah. Oh, those OTs hit hard.
Yeah, because they're putting the 2 best teams up against each other in a best of 5, and
somebody doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
Both teams don't want to lose.
Yep.
Subi lining up, trying to find these easy headshots. He's able to get them
Good
so
down.
easily.
That's a 3K,
And
4K. He gets the 4th.
That's gotta write that down for Kasubi. AK.
Kasubi 4K spray down. I guess he only got 3 with the spray, right?
Yeah. It's just one of those where you gotta take note, be like, that was really good.
That was really good.
And you deserve props
that was
for
good.
that.
Really good positioning from the CT there.
So yeah, let's get off the glazing though. You know,
well,
Conviction, you gotta get 3 rounds. If you don't get this round, I think rules-wise, that means you're done.
Yeah. Regulation-wise, that's done. Oh, good pick.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it.
Yep.
Honestly.
Just like we were glazing the CTs there for just.
Could we see our first overtime on stream?
Oh, we haven't had an overtime all day.
Not on stream.
Oh, was there one off stream?
I don't know.
Good question. Ooh, yep. 4v2.
Every team.
Good kills. 3v1. Helio
Ooh.
is not going to be able to pull the pin out of his nade fast enough and chuck it the way he wants to.
And I think we got to hear firsthand the visceral reaction of winning that.
Well, when you send them back to the Stone Ages, pretty much, and you know they don't have well, I guess they got a few rifles, don't they?
Yeah. A lot of these players are very excited, very verbal, at this LAN.
Well,
It's a fun environment.
Yeah, well, this is actually my first LAN ever that I've ever. Well, I've coached at Frag for a friend of mine a few years ago.
Fragadelphia?
Yeah, it was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I wasn't a player, so I never really got to experience the whole sit across from your enemies and shit talk them as you play. And I finally got to do that today.
Cool. Yeah, it's dope. I have not played in a tournament.
It's such a guttural response.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I think there was a time and place where somebody told me I could go, oh, Monster getting it started, another good kill for Conviction, another way to, get into overtime, get into the promised land of potentially getting the dub.
Not to take away from the games or anything, but I'd like to see this go into overtime.
Yeah.
I really would.
I also would. I don't even know why you're apologizing.
Well, I don't want to take up too much time in here, but I feel like...
Hey, man. The Game Arena, they're running the thing. They will not kick us out.
Well, that's a good sign then, because you know what? I'm staying in here. Conviction, win out.
Yeah. Real talk, I can't even act like I have any sort of horse in any of these races.
I don't either. I mean,
right now, you guys thinkers are coming in and commentating with me, so I guess I have the closest alliance with you. But even then, it's
JR Nasty came in here from Raised. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he was doing good too. So I guess that if I had to have any preference, it'd be them. But not really. I'll still just be neutral because it's more fun that way.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Sometimes when we're doing commentary here at Game Arena for fighting games, I have friends that are participating in the bracket, and I'm like, I need this guy to win. That's a homie.
Yeah, that's...
Kick this other dude's ass. I don't care about him.
Were we some of those people? Was Xeon one of those people?
Well, I have a friend named Zion who plays, and it's a very similar name.
Oh.
It's just with an I instead.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah. Conviction. Wow.
11 and 12
Wow,
here.
bringing it back. And getting the full buy.
The CTs are in a very precarious spot here.
They're in a bind. They need a buyout. Call the U.S. government. Say you're Ford Automotive.
Yep.
Oh, wait, Ford didn't take it. Say you're GMC.
GMC. That's the right one.
Or GM.
See, but now the T's have to be kind of careful here. They could opt for a fast position and really take it, but the problem is that they know that they're going to be low buy.
I think that they're going fast. I think that this is a rush if I've seen one.
And it could cause issues. We'll see how this goes.
See how it goes? I feel like this is a gamble for sure, but
that's exactly what
Orb and Lie. Oh my god, it's
4v2.
The player disadvantage is insane for how this started.
And that's just what I was talking about right there. You know that these guys are low HP.
D1 is playing the stealth, trying to do this Metal Gear Solid shit. Might be able to get a pick on Helio.
Moving slow.
See, that was me doing the number check.
Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, he sees him. That's unfortunate.
Aware of the spawn position. Oh, wow, gets outsprayed. And it's just D1.
It's D1 in a 1v4 situation.
Curtis. Wow, I think that you completely called this.
I might have jinxed it.
Well, there's jinxing, but they can't hear us.
Well, you gotta figure as a T when you're in the last round and you know that you might have broke the economy, you have to kind of pretend in a moment that there's going to be pistols. What a
way to end this story.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Unfortunate. GG's.
Kasubi locking it up, throwing away the key.
Yep.
You guys thought you could get cute on us. You guys thought that you could play that rush, but yeah, they just completely had it predicted with the either predicted or just weren't playing spread out enough that they were able to converge properly. It was truly a perfect situation.
It was a really good game. They brought it back in the end, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, you have to be careful of those last rounds when you know that you've broken some economy and there's going to be pistols and MP9s because they're going to play close and they're going to play together. And when you get too forward heavy and push through a smoke like that and you see 3 people, it's kind of over. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Good series.
See, I have player columns, but then I also have the team column because I couldn't look at that and say a player was far and away the reason they won. It was kind of just the team went in full force. So well, Conviction last round was mean.
Yes.
And then I'll look at that and be I know what I mean by mean.
It just looked like Turtus had a little bit more organization to them. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's just due to them being more slow and methodical, whereas you were kind of seeing Conviction be a lot faster in those situations.
Damn. And Turtus, look at them. They're the kings of making it close. 39-38 on the total score.
Yep.
2-2. Oh, Conviction played so much more rounds than them.
Yeah.
But dealing with a little bit of like a minusculely worse ratio. Oh man.
It's the life of being 2-2. I mean, you either get more rounds or you don't, especially in a bracket like this where the rounds matter.
Damn. Well, the off-stream matches also happened, and that means that our Pool C is decided with Sleepless Gaming and Lurky's FOMO being able to definitively survive to the next day. But Turtus.pro has to get in the washing machine. We're going to turn it on high. We're going to see which colors get
They really
out.
gotta clean out the closets tonight and really figure something out.
What the hell was that analogy? Anywho.
Sorry about that.
And from here on, I'm saying to myself.
Oh, I was going to say skeletons in the closet. My fault.
Pool B is what we're going to be doing from now on. So, we're going to be seeing some teams you haven't seen on stream, some teams that have been sitting on their hands, patiently waiting. This might be that, they've had the opportunity to get some rest in. They've had the opportunity to, get their caffeine situated, some good eats. So they're not going to have their stomach rumbling, How is this going to be prime play? Is this going to be optimal?
Well,
because I came in tired. I think some other people came in tired.
I did not come in tired, thankfully.
Okay.
Usually I probably would, but you'll probably see me back in here to talk about some of the newer games too.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see plenty of people in here. I know that we have 3 people who are like, yeah, I can hop on comms, and they've all been like, yeah, you're doing good. Stay in here. But
I think that the overarching conversations are always really nice to have, especially when you can talk about the theory of the game too. It's always helpful.
Yeah, I like a lot of the flavor that you've been providing with your insight, because again, that last round you just had their number. You were like,
if they go too fast, especially on a round like that, it's just really easy to kind of
Conviction, who has the better weapon situation, they should win this in theory, but the way they are playing, they should lose. And you're like, okay, yeah, I guess I just listen to you now. I guess I just listen to Margod. You're earning that name, or you're earning that team name. You're a freaking thinker. You thinked about it, and then the think happened.
Well, as Steele says, you got to think more about the macro. So
yeah, the macro game.
Yeah.
Yep.
The difference between a great player and a good player is the one who thinks about macro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, I need to get that sixth sense back in me.
Listen,
I gotta just uninstall every single game that I have that isn't Counter-Strike.
I took like a 3-year break from this game.
Well, if you took a 3-year break and you're playing this good, hey, maybe it's not over for me. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, 29. It might be over for me.
No.
It's never over.
Come on, if Nico can shoot like that, you can too.
I feel like a lot of people, they let their age and whatnot get
define
to them.
it.
They're like. It's like the easiest excuse. Time is always going to be linear. You're always going to be getting older. You can literally always blame age on why you played worse a day after a day that you played like God.
Gaming is the only timeless sport, though. You know what I mean? It's always going to be. Excuse me. It's always going to be the wall between regular sports and esports will always be that age is not a factor.
Yeah. Unless you're LeBron James, when you can play till you're 50. But that's not fair. That's not fair.
LeBron James is
he's
just
an alien.
He's just a different beast.
Yeah.
You can't really compare him to anything.
He's an alien. Space Jam 2 is propaganda to make us think that he's not an alien because he's being taken advantage of by the aliens, but no, he's the alien.
We got Guffey
that was some funny stuff. That was a false flag.
No, but it is the case because you see people like Olaf, for example. Olaf Meister, he played the game for
some of those guys who were just
they're in their 40s.
They came into it really good, and there's
they ended it really good.
They're still really good.
Yep.
Some games I grew up watching original beta Counter-Strike Go tournaments. It's just
I grew up watching all of the NIPs and the Fanatics, the original teams, and watching those players get older and still play at a level that's unseen or unheard of. You get the newer talents now, like Donk. The obvious choice of Donk.
Oh yeah.
And you're always wondering how does somebody like Nico, who's been playing for almost twice as long as he's been alive, almost, not quite, but close. How do you get somebody like him and he's able to keep up at the age that he's at? And it's because year over year he's found ways to innovate his own game. And he's always been known as the fragger. He's always been known as a star player. That's just kind of his nature as a person. So when you see these older guys fragging, it's always because they stay with the game.
For me, I think one of the big things is just a new game came out recently, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
And the thing I'm hearing from everybody is I can't play the multiplayer because all of these kids are too good now, and it puts me on tilt, and I can't overcome it. And what I'm saying back to them is, I don't know what you're talking about.
You just didn't.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, right.
I'm making all these kids look like the geriatrics,
Yep.
okay? They're on mic. They're like, oh, I can't believe you did. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm ruining your day. I'm not, but that's what I'll say.
Well, and it's
Type in chat something like,
yeah, you suck.
yeah, you suck. oh, you're mad at me for using the shotgun. I'm sorry. I got to get the camos for it.
Get the camos. You know?
That's the only reason I'm using it.
Until you come across like those, rocket launcher users that are just always sitting in a corner with them,
I'm one of them too.
Oh boy.
You got to be multifaceted. So what I'm just trying to say is that excuses are for a kind of people that are not winners. And if you're saying that like your age is preventing you from hitting that new plateau skill in a game like Counter-Strike, in a game like Street Fighter, in a game like Tekken, in a game like Tetris, in a game like anything I've ever commentated, then you're lying. But also some of these new like 16-year-olds that are coming into the scene are pretty cracked, and that's because they have the time, they have the support to be cracked.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier in the European culture too, where it's much more seen as like a profession.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all too familiar
with
that type.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're gonna know what game's on stream until we're told, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Thwippa. Calm down. Chill out.
If anybody else is looking to join in here, you let me know and I'll walk my way out.
Well, before anybody joins in, I think that actually we do know. It's going to be Crew of Creatures versus Baja Blasters. 2 more entries on the list.
Awesome. So we need a new piece of paper.
Yeah, we do. I think I could tear off some of these because the teams are getting eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rude. Why would you do that? My friend Huron's in the chat. Thanks for calling me the goat, my friend.
And it should be noted that at the LAN center that we're at, we were running Pool A and Pool C simultaneously.
Yeah.
But Pool B is going to be independent in how it's run. So
it's just the 5 teams that are there now.
Yep. So I have been told it'll go quicker.
It should, especially because they had to work around the stream for both the pools.
Yeah.
And because of the did they run a stream for any of these 2 over here?
We got Conviction versus Lurky's FOMO.
Okay.
And Turtus.pro versus Dust 2 Enjoyers. Now,
okay.
I want to say I might have gotten those 2 versus mixed up. No, I was right.
Okay. I was gonna say so when we were first going into the streams, they told us we were going to wait for our game because Raised was getting streamed first. So I didn't know if that had any effect on if these guys over here got any stream time or not.
Yeah. No, they got some stream time, and we're getting some stream time on them now. So
they were an hour behind us anyways because of some PC issues.
Yeah, I think there was also some headset issues at a point in the middle of a match.
We lost our pistol round against Raised on Inferno because our 5th, his mic was not working. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back. I don't know who it's going to be, but, I'm Pants for Hire. This is Margod. And stay tuned. Use the restroom. Get a water. I think I'm literally going to do those 2 exact things.
If I'm allowed to be back, I'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just whoever opens the door, man.
Okay.
I would say that, I'm cool to be here all day because that's all I'm here for. If there's any conversation from production saying, yeah, you can actually get off for a second so we can have 2 of the players on.
Yeah, 100%.
But for you, maybe it's like if somebody else comes in
I know
Xeon
wanted to hop back in. So.
Yeah, if somebody else comes in and says, I want to do another, maybe if you're in the middle of your 2nd in a row match, do that.
Yep.
But after a full match, you can be like, yeah, we can switch.
Yep.
So whatever. But yeah, we'll send it to break. We'll figure out what we're doing. Later.